G'day guys, and welcome to my tips for round 19 of the season, getting to the point end of the year, as I keep saying each week. We've got Hawthorn and Sydney starting us off. MCG, Friday night, it's going to be a ripping clash. The Hawks had a big win over the Dockers, winning by 52 points. Great win there. And Sydney, they got the job done over the Saints by 7 goals at SCG, so they were very handy there that night. Made the Saints look not too shabby at all. I'm going to go to the Swans here by 14 points. I feel like they've won 10 of their last 11. They're in amazing form. And of late, when the Hawks and the Swans have played, the team that won is one of the opposite ground. So if Sydney's playing the SCG, Hawthorn seem to win. And when it's at home for the Hawks, Sydney seem to win. So they're in pretty good form too, as well as the Hawks, who are the only team that's beaten them in the last 11 games. So it'll be very, very juicy, no doubt. So the Swans for mine. We've got North and Melbourne at Blundstone Arena down in Tassie there. We had North go down by 27 against the Bombers, but they were pretty impressive for 3 quarters. Couldn't get the job done. And Melbourne, a very good win over Port Adelaide, winning by 4 goals. So be really impressed with that. I'm going to tip North Melbourne by 2 points. Pretty gutsy, I know. I think North have won the last 14 or something like that. I don't think they've lost since 2006, something along those lines. I think they're going to continue it. They've been in reasonable form. Yeah, look, it's a massive game for Melbourne, mainly because of the record with North. They got them early this year too, I believe, North. So they're just a team that knows how to play Melbourne. And look, it's probably about time their drought gets defeated, but mainly because it's at home and their current record against Melbourne, I'm going to go North, but I don't know why. But anyway, GWS and Fremantle at Spotless Stadium, and the Giants, they went down to the Tigers by 21. Freo went down by nearly 9 goals to the Hawks at their home deck. Disappointing stuff there. I'm going to go the Giants by 29 points at home for them. They'll be looking to respond as well. The media's been all over them. They have had 1 win in 6 weeks or whatever it is, something like that. So, mainly because at home they're the much better side. Freo, I couldn't see kicking a winning score here. So, Giants by 29. Port Adelaide and St Kilda at Adelaide Oval. This will be, well, quite symbolic for both clubs, seeing where they're really at. And Port Adelaide, they went down to the D's, 23 points I mentioned, and the Saints went down by 7 goals to the Swans. So they've got a big task ahead, both clubs here, but I think Port Adelaide should be fine here at home. Port by 34 points, and I'll say probably mainly because it's at home for them. St Kilda don't travel too well, and when they've played top 8 sides, they've been blown away at times. So I have to tip Port Adelaide. So we'll move along to Gold Coast in Richmond at Metricon Stadium. The Suns play well at home, and they went down by 9 goals against the Dogs last week. I think it was at Gazali. And the Tigers, a big win over a big scalp in the Giants at the MCG. They'll take them a long way forward, no doubt. I'm going Richmond by 11 points. Just think they're going pretty well at the moment. They're really getting in. It's just absolutely getting in hard with those contests. Just loving the way they're going about it. Haven't seen too much of their footy, but you have to say that they're just slightly better at it and harder at it than the Suns at the moment. So Tigers there for me. Carlton and Geelong at Etihad Stadium with the next game we've got, and Carlton went down to the Lions by 40 points after coming back quite momentously. Couldn't quite get the job done. And the Cats went down to the Crows by 21 points, so almost identical game to when we played them at Simmons, just swapping around home grounds. Right there, and I'm going to tip Carlton by 5 points. They beat us last time because we didn't take them seriously, and a couple injuries for the Cats. I don't take these tips too seriously, but I know Carlton will give them everything, and when teams apply pressure and attack to some of their superstars, as happened last year, we really struggled. And lower sides they almost implement that stuff more than top sides where they're back in their system. But Carlton go on pure will and work ethic. Sometimes they don't bring that. So I'm going to go Carlton by 5 points. Quite a crazy tip, I know, but I hope I'm wrong. Western Bulldogs and Essendon at Etihad Stadium will be up next. And the Bombers went alright last week, I think. Yep, they got over the shot. They got over North by 27 points. And the Dogs, they were big winners over the Suns. They were very happy there with a great win. And back on track for them. I'm tipping the Bombers by 9 points when they get that exciting brand of footy pressure, as I say, each and most weeks. The Bombers are a very hard side to beat, and I think that might just make the Dogs a little bit nervous, outrun them a little bit. I think the Bombers will have this one. Dogs haven't been in great form, but gee, it's a massive game. You'd feel like the winner of this stays in the finals race, or even gets a spot in the 8. We'll go along to Collingwood and Adelaide at the MCG, and we had the Pies getting an amazing win over the Eagles. They were 26 down, and they were amazing comeback. De Goey killed it. And the Crows, they got the Cats done by 21 points, and a very good win over at their home deck, and deserved winners there. Probably should have been more. I'm going to go the Crows here by 22 points, so I'll just add one extra this week. The Pies don't get blown out of the water too often. They'll want to get a win, but I think Adelaide is playing scintillating, amazing brand of footy at the moment, and it's very hard to tip against them, even though it's in Melbourne. We'll find a lot about both sides on the weekend for sure. Final game, we have West Coast, the soft underbelly. Mark LeGras never play again, according to some, and they went down to the Pies by 8 points. The Lions got a 40-point win under their belt with a massive start. Carlton come back late. So this is Domain. You have to go the Eagles because of that, and we're going to see West Coast by 19 points, mainly because it's at home. But who knows, if Brisbane bring their best footy and the Eagles are a bit off, Lions could certainly get a win there and bring home the chocolates back to Brisbane, and they'll be very happy with that. So those are my tips for round 19 of the season. Feel free to comment your tips as well, guys. It'd be muchly appreciated. And also a bit of a like as well. Subscribe would be great. We'll catch you guys in the next video.